Today we are continuing exercise 3.5. Here word problems are given. We have to frame equations and then we have to solve the equations. Form the pair of linear equations in the following problems and find their solutions if they exist. Suppose if there is no solution or infinite solution, we need not solve it. When it has any solution, we have to find the solutions by any algebraic method. What do you mean by algebraic method? Three methods we have learned. One is substitution method, the second is elimination method, and the third we had studied cross multiplication method. So using any one of the three methods, we can solve the following word problems. The very first problem is a part of monthly hostel charges. So there is hostel charge. A part of monthly hostel charges is fixed. So out of the charge, a part of the charge is fixed. It won't change from student to student. It is the same for all the students. That is, it is a part of the hostel charge is fixed. And the remaining part depends on the number of days one has taken food in the mess. Suppose if the student has taken 20 days, only 20 days food charge will be calculated plus that fixed charge gives the total hostel charge. When a student A, the first student here is named as A, when a student A takes food for 20 days, she has to pay ₹1000 as hostel charges. So this ₹1000 includes fixed charge and the charge of mess for 20 days, food charge for 20 days as hostel charges. Whereas a student B, a second student B, who takes food for 26 days, if the student has taken food for 26 days, the student has to pay how many rupees? 1180 rupees as hostel charges. So find the fixed charge and the cost of food per day. 1 day food is costing how much? That is asked. So here we should remember this hostel charge is divided into two sections. What is the first part? First part is fixed charge and the second charge is food charge. This is common for all those in the hostel. Whereas this food charge varies from person to person. Means, suppose if the person has taken 20 days, 20 into here it is charged for 1 day. Suppose if 1 day charge is 20 rupees and if the child has taken say 25 days food, this will be multiplied. So this is the food charge plus the fixed charge gives the total charge hostel charge. So hostel charge is divided into two parts. One is fixed charge, the other one is cost of food per day. So simply I have written here food charge. So what is x we are going to take? Let x be the fixed charge and y be the charge per day, or we say cost of food per day. The first student A, takes food for how many days? 20 days. So fixed charge the child is paying and the child is paying 20 days food charge. 1 day the cost of the food is y rupees. The child has taken for 20 days, therefore 20 into y plus x gives the hostel charge. What is the charge paid by the child? ₹1000. So this 1000 is fixed charge plus cost of the food for 20 days. So x plus 20y equal to 1000 is our first equation. The second equation is the second student B who takes food for 26 days. 1 day food is y rupees, 26 day food is 26y. plus the fixed charge x gives how many rupees? 1180 rupees. Therefore, the second equation is x plus 1 day food is 5 rupees. The child has taken for 26 days. So this is the amount of food charge plus the fixed charge x. Total hostel charge paid is 1180. This is our second equation. So first equation and second equations are given. So we can solve the equation using any method, either elimination or cross multiplication or substitution. But among the three, elimination method goes faster and easier also. But you can choose any method as per your wish and conclude the answer. Therefore, fixed charges, conclusion should be done for all word problems. Therefore, fixed charge equal to so many rupees and cost of food per day is equal to so many rupees. Conclusion should be like this. So, remember, you have to complete the problem. Only solution part is left that can be completed by you. We proceed with the second problem. Similar problem we had done in the earlier exercises, but here a similar problem is given. A fraction. How do we take a fraction? X upon y. The fraction becomes 1 upon 3. When it becomes 1 upon 3, when 1 is subtracted from the numerator, and the same becomes 1 upon 4 when 8 is added to its denominator. So we know how to take a fraction. Let the fraction be x upon y, where x is the numerator and y is the denominator. What is the change done? The fraction becomes 1 upon 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator. Only numerator is mentioned. Out of this, which is the numerator? X. From the numerator, what is subtracted? 1 is subtracted. Subtraction means minus. 1 is subtracted from the numerator. Denominator is not mentioned in the first part. Therefore, y remains, denominator remains the same. When this change is done, the fraction becomes what? Fraction becomes 1 upon 3. So, the original fraction is x upon y. When 1 is subtracted from the numerator, the fraction becomes what? Becomes 1 upon 3. So, to bring it to the standard form, we do cross multiplication. It is 3x minus 3 is equal to y. 3x minus y minus 3 equal to 0 is the first equation. We proceed with the second one. It becomes 1 upon 4 when 8 is added to its denominator. So the fraction is x upon y. This becomes what? This becomes 1 upon 4 when 8 is added to its denominator. Here only it is specified about the denominator. There is no change in the numerator. 8 is added. So plus 8. So the fraction becomes 1 upon 4 if 8 is added to the denominator. Once again we do the same cross multiplication. 4x equal to y plus 8. 4x minus y minus 8 equal to 0 is the second equation. Solve these two equations. Get the value of x and y. Therefore, the required fraction is x upon y. Substitute the values of x and y we have calculated here. The third problem is Ash scored 40 marks. What is the score? 40 marks in a test, getting 3 marks for each right answer and losing 1 mark for each wrong answer. Let us understand with a simple example. Say total there are 20 questions. This is an example. You have 20 questions in your hand. 15 questions are right. You have attempted the test. Say 15 questions are right. Whereas 5 wrong answers. You made mistake in 5. Whereas 15 you got completely correct. Suppose for each right answer, if 2 marks is allotted, if your answer is right, for the correct answer, say you are getting 2 marks. Whereas for the the negative answer, say 1 mark is subtracted, deducted, right? What will be your score? 15 answers are right. Each answer, right answer carries 2 marks. So this is the mark you scored for correct answers. 5 answers are wrong and 1 mark will be subtracted. So 5 into 1, because it is subtracted, I have written minus. So what will be your score in the test? 15 twos are 30 minus 5. What will be your score? Your score is 25. So remember, 20 is the total questions. Suppose if out of 20, what I am explaining is only example, not the given problem. So in an example, 20 questions are there. 15 questions you have answered correctly, and for each correct answer, 2 marks is allotted, you say. And 5 questions are wrong. For each wrong answer, say 1 mark is subtracted. So what will be your score in the test? Is number of correct answers multiplied by the mark allotted for right answer, which is 2 mark. Because it is subtracted for wrong, we have written minus in between. 5 questions are wrong, and for each wrong question 1 mark is allotted. So the total score is 15 twos are 30 minus 5. The score you got in the test is 25. Hope you understood that example. But here, this is not given, this is also not given. So this I am going to take it as x. So what is x? X is number of correct answers. And what is y? I am going to take y is number of wrong answers. But here the marking is given. A test getting 3 marks for each right answer. If the answer is right, how many marks you are getting here? 3 marks you are getting. And for each wrong answer, 1 mark is subtracted. So hope you understood that example. So how to calculate? Number of correct answers is 3. And each correct answer carries 3. Therefore, x into 3 becomes 3x. And here wrong answer, therefore minus. How many wrong answers are there? Y wrong answer. Each wrong answer carries 1 mark, therefore minus y gives, what is the score obtained by the student? 40 marks. So what is x? Let x be the number of correct answers and y be the number of wrong answers. How many correct answers? X correct answers. Each correct answer carries how many marks? 3 marks. Therefore, we are going to multiply x by 3. Losing 1 mark for each wrong answer. Losing, therefore minus. How many wrong answers? Y wrong answer. What is the score of each wrong answer? 1. So this gives the total score of the student. How much the student has scored? 40 marks. So the first equation is 3x minus y equal to 40 is the first equation. In the second part, had 4 marks been awarded for each right answer. We know right answers are x. In the second case, each right answer is given how many marks? 4 marks. Therefore, we are multiplying x by 4. And 2 marks are deducted for each wrong answer. How many marks are subtracted? 2 marks for each wrong answer. In that case, the score becomes what? The score becomes 15, equal to 15. You can see each and every term is divisible by 2. So we reduce the equation dividing each and every term by 2. So 4x divided by 2, 2x. 2y divided by 2, y. 50 divided by 2, which is 25. Is the second equation. So you can solve these two equations, find out the value of x and y, and conclude the answer. Number of correct answers equal to so many, and number of wrong answers is equal to so many. This part you may not copy. This just given only to understand. Fourth sum I have taken in the last place because it is little lengthy and this place won't be sufficient. Therefore, fifth problem I have taken, and last we see fourth problem. The problem is the area of a rectangle. Hope Hope you remember, you can visualize what is a rectangle. The dimensions are length and breadth. Length and breadth are not equal here. Any one can be greater, the other one can be smaller. The area of a rectangle gets reduced by 9 square units if its length is reduced by 5 units and the breadth is increased by 3 units. If we increase the length by 3 units and the breadth by 2 units, then the area increases by 67 square units. Find the dimensions of the rectangle. We know what are the dimensions? Length and breadth. So I write here, let x be the length of the rectangle. Length we have taken as x, and y be the breadth of the rectangle. Breadth of the rectangle. Therefore, what is the area of the rectangle? We know the formula. It is length into breadth. So area of the rectangle becomes what? Becomes xy, and we know its unit is square units. So this we should remember. So length is taken as x, breadth is taken as y. We know area formula. It is length into breadth. Therefore length into breadth it becomes what? Becomes xy. So xy is the area of the rectangle. So in the problem it is given when changes are done in the length and breadth, that induces some change in the area of the rectangle. So what are the changes done? The area of the rectangle gets reduced. The area becomes less. How much it becomes less? By 9 square units it less. When the length is reduced by 5 units. Length we have taken as x. X is reduced by 5 units. Reduced minus. So x is reduced by how many units? 5 units. Length is x. It's reduced. So minus. Reduced by how much? 5. So length is reduced by 5 units. And the breadth is increased. Breadth is y. Y is increased. Therefore plus. By how much? By 3. The breadth is y. Increased plus. By how many units? 3 units. When changes are done in the length and the breadth, length is decreased by 5 units and the breadth is increased by 3 units. When these changes are done, the area is what? Area gets reduced. Reduced means minus. How much it is? It is 9. A minus 9. Here, I multiply. It is xy. X into 3, 3x. Minus 5 into y, minus 5y. Minus 5 into 3, minus 15. We know area of the rectangle. This is nothing but area of the rectangle. What is area of the rectangle? Xy minus 9. So it is xy plus 3x minus 5y minus 15 minus xy plus 9 equal to 0. You can see plus xy minus xy gets cancelled. I write x term first place, 3x followed by y term. Minus 15 plus 6 becomes what? Becomes minus 6 equal to what? Equal to 0. This is the first equation. For the second equation it is given, if we increase the length by 3 units, length is x, increased. So what is the first term? It is x plus 3. Length is increased by 3 and the breadth by 2 units. And the breadth by 2 units. So breadth is also increased by how many units? 2 units. Breadth is increased by 2 units. In that case, the area increases by 67. Area increases by what? 67. Once again we do simplification. It is xy plus 2x plus 3y plus 6. Area is replaced by xy plus what? Plus 67. It is xy plus 2x, 3y plus 6 minus xy minus 67 equal to 0. You can see xy gets cancelled. We get 2x plus 3y plus 6 minus 67 becomes minus 61 equal to 0 is the second equation. So solving these two by any one of the algebraic method, get the value of x and y. The question is find the dimensions of the rectangle. So which are the dimensions we have taken? X and y. Only x and y are asked. So complete the problem. Fourth problem is, places A and B are 100 kilometer apart. So I have taken two places A and B. These two 100 kilometer apart, means the distance between these two is 100 kilometer. This is on a highway. One car starts from A. So from A the car starts, and another from B, another car starts from B at the same time. So the time is same. At the same time, car from the point A and car from the point B starts. If the cars travel in the same direction, you can see it is indicated by the arrowhead. So the directions of both the cars are same. In the same direction at different speeds, the speeds are different, only the directions are same. If this happens, then these two cars, they meet in 5 hours. After 5 hours, these two cars A and B, they meet. I have indicated the point of meeting is C. If they travel towards each other, means the directions are opposite. They travel towards each other. In that case, these two cars will meet in 1 hour. What are the speeds of these two cars? A little different problem. We'll read the question again. Places A and B. So there are two places A and B. The distance between the places A and B are 100 kilometer. So this is on a highway. One car starts from the point A and the other car starts from the point B at the same time. This we should remember. If the cars travel in the same direction on the highway, starting at the same time, with different speeds, they meet each other after 5 hours. In case if the car travel towards each other like this, A is traveling like this, B is traveling like this in the second case, then they meet in 1 hour. What are the speeds of these two cars? Speed is asked here. So we are going to take the speeds of the first car and the second car as x and y. Let we know the unit of speed, let x kilometer per hour be the speed of first car, right? And y kilometer per hour be the speed of the second car. We have studied a formula. Distance equal to what? Distance equal to speed into time. Distance is equal to, this is studied in science. Distance equal to speed into what? Into time. So first I am going to calculate distance covered by the first car. The first car starts at A and reaches which point? At the point C to meet the second car. So what is the distance travelled by the first car? It is AC. What is the distance travelled by the second car? It is BC, right? So distance travelled by the first car. What is the formula we are going to use? Speed into time. What is the speed for the first car? It is x. What is the time taken to reach the point C? It is 5 given in the question, which is equal to what? Equal to 5x. Distance travelled by the second car. The second car is starting at the point B. After 5 hours it reaches the point C. At C is the point of meeting car A and car B. So second car is again the same formula, speed into time. What is the speed for the second car? The second car speed is 5. And how much hour it starts? 5 hours it starts. Sorry, it takes 5 hours to reach the point C. So this is equal to what? Equal to 5. So this 5x is starting from A to C. So we can indicate according to the figure AC. 5y is distance covered by the second car. It starts at B. After 5 hours it reaches which point? C. So this is nothing but the distance AC. Right? So if we use the figure, it is easy to express. AC is the total distance. AC. This AC can be written as sum of AB and BC, because B is the point in between. So we can write AC. AC is the total distance. It can be written as AB plus what? plus BC. What is AC we have found? AC is 5x. AB, distance between the car in the question is given as how many kilometers? 100 kilometer. BC also we have calculated. How much it is? It is 5y. Now, equation can be framed. It is 5x minus 100 minus 5y equal to 0. So, I rewrite in the proper form. First x term followed by y term, then constant equal to 0. If you want, the equation can be reduced. Divisible by 5, dividing, we get x minus y minus 20 equal to 0 is the first equation. Hope you understood. What I have drawn this is for the second case. When the cars are in the opposite direction. The first car is at the point A as per the given problem. Second car is at the point B. It is given the distance between the cars is 100 kilometer. A is moving like this and B is coming towards A. So meeting point is a point between A and B. What is the meeting point mentioned here? It is D. So D is the meeting point of car A and car B. So when A car and B car reaches at the point, after 1 hour, A car reaches the point D, is given in the question. And after 1 hour, B car also reaches the point D. So this is the meeting point of car A and car B. So as before, we are going to find out the distance travelled by car A. Distance travelled by first car. Yes. What is the speed we have fixed? It is x. What is the time given after 1 hour? Therefore, time is 1. It becomes what? Becomes x. Distance travelled by the second car is, speed is y. After 1 hour they meet. So here also time is 1, which is equal to what? Equal to 5. Okay. Which is the largest distance here? AB is the largest distance. So AB I am going to break as a sum of AD and what? And BD. So this is the distance travelled by the first car. So what it is AB. This is the distance travelled by the second car. What it is BD. Okay. So AB is the distance between the cars given in the question as 100. AD we have found x, BD we have found y. Therefore, x plus y equal to 100 is the second equation. Solve the equations, get the value of x and y and conclude the answer with the proper unit, kilometer per